Assassin of the Cross by Holland Timmins. Chapter 1. Holy War declared. England, July, 1189 A.D. Jerusalem has fallen! A town crier stands in the town square raised above the crowd. The sky is filled with dark clouds. The town crier shouts as he continues reading from his parchment, "King Richard's heads to the Holy Land to reclaim it. All of England's sons are asked to help." A peasant looks at his wife. "How could this happen? God protects Jerusalem." "I don't know. Now the Saracens have the Holy Grail," the peasant woman says. Robin is walking through the village to enter Nottingham Castle. He has long brown curled hair flowing to his shoulders. He has a date with a lovely lady. Robin has such a relaxed attitude. His girlfriend often remarks he has a jovial tone in his voice. It's always the nice ones you don't want to piss off. He wears rather nice blue clothes over his lithe frame. Robin is just passing by to go meet her until he overhears the local peasants' conversation. He must know what they're talking about. "The Grail?" "Yes, there is a rumor it resides in Jerusalem, possibly in one of the towers," the peasant woman responds. Robin heads to the local church immediately. Robin walks inside the church to meet the local friar. The church is large, made of stone. There are many stained glass windows within the church. Robin meets with the friar in between the dark wooden pews. "Friar, I must look at one of those stained glass windows." "Which one?" the friar asks. "Sir Galahad and the quest for the Grail." The friar takes Robin to the stained glass window. The friar stands next to the window, gesturing toward it. "This is one of our oldest windows." Robin kneels, gazing upon the window. Robin looks upon a knight holding a chalice. The knight is offering it to an angel. "And so Sir Galahad, having obtained the Grail, took it to Jerusalem, where he ruled until he ascended to heaven," the friar says. "Is that what the Grail looks like?" Robin asks the friar. The friar looks at Robin. "This is what the artist thought it looks like. If you wish to look upon the Grail, you must go to Jerusalem to look inside yourself." Robin makes the sign of the cross. He leaves the friar. Robin runs into the forest. He arrives at a combat practice area in the woods by a river. He pulls an arrow out of a quiver. He shoots the first arrow into a painted target on a tree. He hits the outer ring. Then, after that, he hits the second ring. He hits the first ring. Finally, he hits the bullseye. He walks to a stump with a sword embedded in it. Robin looks as if he is staring back in time. Robin is in the castle study, quarreling again with his father, Robert Hode. There is a red rug on the floor, a desk, a chair facing towards a wall. Robert stands in front of the fireplace. He has a long brown beard with bushy eyes. He is a rather bulky man wearing his usual red robe. Robert Hode points at Robin. "You are going to stop seeing that girl. I order you to." "You can't order me, Robert. You're not the king." Robert Hode's face grows red with fury. "I am your father. I served the last king. You are a spoiled brat who does not know what it means to serve your king." Robin storms out. This was not the first time he had fought with his father over the woman he loved, but it would be their last. Robert Hode sits down in his armchair. He falls asleep as the fire burns. Robin creeps back in. His father's sword is resting against his father's favorite chair. Silently, Robin tiptoes toward his snoring father. His heart skips a beat every time there is a slight crick in the floor. He extends his arm. Slowly, he grasps his father's sword. The fire pops, starting to crackle. Robin leaps back a bit as his father's sleep is slightly disrupted. Robert snorts, grunts, then nods off. Robin takes his father's sword, exiting the room. Robin dances his way out of the castle. Once outside, Robin sprints to the forest, traveling far into the green. He slows himself to a stop as he arrives at a stump by the river. The crashing of wetness echoes through the trees. Robin slides the sword from its scabbard. "I will serve the king one day, father. But until that day, I am taking your best sword. I'm keeping it safe in a stump. I hate you, father." Robin thrusts the sword into the stump. The resistance of the wood reverberates through his arms. He leaves the sword embedded there to go see her in secret. He will spend his time with her in secret until he can eventually marry her. Robin returns to the present. He goes to the stump. He begins pulling on it, twisting it. He pulls the sword out of the stump. Robin strolls over to his woman's house. He knocks on the door. She opens her door, poking her head outside. She looks upon Robin. He has a boyish charm about him. Robin looks at her. She's so slim, so feminine. Her hourglass figure is complemented by her large breasts. Robin looks upon her face. She has elbow-length hazel hair. Her milky skin is even more noticeable by her red bee-sting lips. Her green eyes shine brightly as starlight, divided by her ski-sloped nose. She's the most beautiful woman alive as far as Robin is concerned. Seeing who it is, she is kind of annoyed by Robin, but she is also confused by why he is here. She stares into his brown eyes. "What do you want?" she asks. Robin lowers his head. "I'm afraid I'm going to be gone by tomorrow." "Oh my God, I had no idea." Robin's head is still lowered. His girlfriend grows annoyed. She points to her face. "Robin, my face is up here, not down there." Robin looks into her green eyes. "Do you love me?" "Yes, of course." Robin motions to her. "Follow me." Robin picks her up by her waist. Setting his woman down on her tan horse, he walks her to his castle for the night. "I've never been in this room before," his woman says. "This is my father's room," Robin replies. She lays down on the bed of Robin's father. "How soon will you leave?" she asks. "I don't know how long I have," Robin says. She cocks her head sideways. "Have you quarreled with your father?" "No." "Yes." "Not recently." "I love you." She grabs Robin's head, staring him in the eyes. She kisses Robin on his clean-shaven face. She takes his hand, kissing each of his 5 digits. She lays Robin down, rubbing his hands over his chest. He has a gymnast's body. She lays her head down onto his chest. She listens to his heartbeat. She takes off his shirt, revealing tight muscles. Robin does the same for her, removing her dress. Robin undoes his trousers. They make love while a framed picture of Robin's father watches them. Robin's lover is underneath him. She closes her eyes, tilting her head back to let out a roar. She begins clawing at Robin's back, becoming the first to draw his blood just as he is the first to draw hers. She begins to pant heavily. Robin grabs her thigh, raising it. She then climbs atop Robin. Robin grabs her by the waist, caressing her flanks. Robin looks up at her. "I want to remember this night." She places Robin's hand over her chest. "Remember this. It belongs to you. Take it with you wherever you go." Robin smiles. "You have a stronger heart than mine. I will need it." Robin climbs off the bed. His girlfriend takes the sheets, covering herself with them. "Robin, this is so sudden. What has brought this on?" She puts on her dress. Robin puts on his trousers. "I intend to join the crusade to reclaim the Grail in Jerusalem. I head out tomorrow." "I have been afraid a day like this would come." "You scorn me, Robin, but I shall be strong." "Allow me to arm you for combat." Robin is armed by his woman. She slides a coat of mail over his body. She clothes him in a black tunic with a green cross. She sheathes his sword for him. Robin takes his archetypal bow and quiver from her. If he had the time, he would marry her right now. Slight pain from mail digging into his back. Robin rubs his back. His fingertips are red. "You are the first to cause me to bleed from pierced flesh." "You are the first for me as well." Robin looks concerned. "Did I hurt you?" She smiles. "Yes, but it was in a good way. I am now a woman." "Are you angry?" His girlfriend tilts her head down to look up at him. "No, it is what I wanted. It was my choice. I chose you. I'm glad of it." "I am off to war. I will return." "God wills it, Robin." Robin grabs her, pulls her close, kisses her, then runs off. She stands there, looking off to the horizon. "Try not to kill anyone,"